of changed direction a lot. So from stock to off-the-shelf stage 2 to full custom stage 3, cars really come a long way. First European car, first four-wheel drive car, first turbo car. I waited about 8 months. I slowly started getting some bolt-ons. So going over the big pieces, we have an upgraded turbocharger. It's the Garrett 2563 Power Max unit. It's a 51mm turbo. Currently running it at 33 pounds. We have a CTS catless race downpipe, S34034 motorsports intake. Upgraded the intercooler to an integrated engineering FDS. Fueling has been upgraded to a Precision Raceworks port injection fuel rail. It's got 925cc injectors, so the car is running 8 injectors right now, 4 direct, 4 port. Car is running on full E85 straight from the pump, no blending. Car's full bolt-on, all supporting mods. The ECU, port injection, and DSG was all custom tuned by United Motorsports in Connecticut. The physical builds, data logging testing was all handled by Rafa at Gerpseed. Currently makes right around 560 wheel dyno jet. Running a catted downpipe before from 034, and I had a stage 2 E85 tune for both the ECU and DSG from 03 Motorsports on the stock Continental turbo. Really enjoyed that setup, super quick. On the stock turbo at around, I believe it's 2300 RPM, you basically have full torque. So it almost feels like the car is not even turbocharged. After I had some maintenance work done by Gerpseed, where he convinced me to maybe go big turbo, go custom tune, go port injection. So that's where we kind of ended up. Power Max 2563 unit. I was a bit concerned that it would be laggy. You get used to it pretty quickly. So the boost starts to build, right around, I'd say the mid 3s, around 3500 RPM, and it makes peak power at around 6000 RPM. So, this car, it's mostly a daily driven roll car. So I mean, as long as you brake boost, you're not really gonna have that lag or have it be a problem. Daily driving around town, spirited driving, I got used to it very quickly. I would not say this is a laggy turbo at all. You just get a little bit more top end. I think it's great. I don't really have anything negative to say about the turbo. I think it's a great upgrade. So as of right now, in current state, this is pretty much one of the fastest AYS3s in the States.
car runs great. It's a 10-second street car. Traps just short of 130 miles an hour. He has the unlocked mechatronic, so full torque. My name is Raphael. I'm originally from Germany. I moved to the US in 2009. We started gerpseed, me and Keith. He's the co-owner. We started this in 22, and initially it was mainly maintenance with a performance-oriented theme, but it quickly shifted over to the point where we are by volume doing more performance than maintenance. Interested in cars ever since I started driving. My first car was a 2003 Volkswagen Passat, V6, automatic, not very fast at all. The fastest thing I ever drove when I first started driving, because I was used to PT Cruisers and minivans back then. So the need for speed immediately kicked in, and I ended up, while I was in the military, I got a Mark V GTI, and I started doing my own work on it, the cam follower, etc. I started wrenching on the Passat as well when I still had that, and little DIYs here and there. And I started getting more and more interested in the industry. I started, on my GTI getting a tune, and I really fell in love with that entire environment of wrenching on cars, making them faster, making them run right. Just short shy of 500 all-wheel horsepower on the Mustang, mid-upper 500s on the Dyno Jet. Unlike the Mark 7s, these cars do not have native port features, because the Mark 7s had their European counterparts. Enabling it for the North American models was essentially like flipping a switch. It's a little bit different on the Mark 8s. They are not available anywhere with port injection, or the S8Y S3s. And it took some actual code development done by United Motorsports, and we obviously did the deployment of that software, did all the testing on it, the hardware testing, logging, making sure the port injectors were running on command the way we wanted them to run. We started making breakthroughs, small breakthroughs, one by one. Ultimately got it all refined with United Motorsports. The car runs amazing. The direct injection is running at 4 milliseconds of injection time. The port injection's taking a lot of that workload off the direct injection, which buys them a ton of headroom in fueling. The way it's set up right now, it will support at least 600 wheel horsepower on full E85, and we can always go bigger on the port injectors. We believe that a lot of people will go for the GT2563. We really think it's a sweet spot for the stock motor, and you will need this fueling, and you will need this port injection to support it and to take advantage of the full power. Another thing that's super unique about it, I don't know anybody else who has this on their S3, but the Mark 8 Golf R gets a second auxiliary cooler. The S3 just does not have it. The Mark 8 Golf R natively does from the factory. Jonathan, one of my really good technicians here at gerpseed, he hand modified his ducting, which is normally closed on the driver's side on the S3. We got the CSF auxiliary cooler. We upgraded it on both sides. It looks fabulous, and it provides that CSF radiator with excellent airflow. A lot of hurdles are involved. You got to relocate the washer reservoir, reroute some of the wiring for a couple of the sensors and the washer pump and the washer lines. So now he gets to enjoy some cooler transmission temps. So this is going to be a little bit more track friendly now. He's not going to have to deal with excessive transmission temperatures that other S3s would on those hot track days in California or here in Texas. That's just not a thing that really makes this car unique. We've been working with United Motorsports for many years now, and the guys at United, it's the same guys that worked on Mark IIIs. They worked on these cars 30 years ago on the software side, and it's still the same guys who are working with us on the Mark 8s and the 8Ys. And that's an unrivaled, an unmatched level of experience. We have a level of trust with them and a level of transparency, just really hard to find in this industry. And that's also what the consumer gets from us. We channel that through directly to them. So they get to enjoy an open door policy with us when it comes to seeing their car getting worked on. And if they don't understand anything about engine management and data logs, etc., we'll dumb it down for them to where it starts making sense. They have the ability to reverse engineer these computers and make them do things that were never natively meant to do, like port injection on the Mark 8s. It's a lot of coding work that went into this. Everything port-wise on these cars is wired in directly to the ECU. There's no piggyback, there's no independent fuel controller. This computer does not have any code meant to run 4 additional injectors. And this goes beyond calibrating. A lot of tuners out there just calibrate. This goes into software engineering and reverse engineering. Just picture yourself having to create something without breaking something. And in code, it's really easy to break things. So it's a level of skill that's rare to find these days, and really not just in North America, but anywhere. So they are sort of like the all-in-one bundle when it comes to tuning and anything software related on these cars. For example, Jeff at United on a Sunday afternoon, and he'll answer. He sees it's me. He shares the same passion. He knows I probably have something good or something important for him. And, good luck doing that with any other tuner. Good luck with that. So that's the level of relationship we have with them. When you have a relationship like that, this is the end result. We have a website which sells performance parts with all of our partners in the industry, as well as our own products, such as our brushless fuel pumps for the Mark 8 GTIs that you, by the way, do need to run port injection and E85 on these cars safely. So if you do have a Mark 8 GTI, check out our brushless pump. It's a 8Y RS3 genuine pump. We hand-assembled this kit here in our facility. It's rated for well over 600 wheel horsepower on full E85. If you guys need anything, just reach out to us, phone call or email, and we'll be able to help.